I hope we don't need that much time, but this is USfanTV. We are here. It should be that we're talking about, how we're excited for tonight's match, and we're excited for USA Mexico, which is 1 month from today. But instead, we're here wondering why we don't know who's got tickets to this match and who doesn't. So just to kind of set the scene, last night there was supposed to be a link or an email that came out from US Soccer by 11:59 Eastern time. We are now more than 12 hours past that, more than 13 hours past that. We don't know what's going on. We don't know who has tickets to this match. I haven't heard of anybody getting tickets to the match. At least I've been checking Twitter all day, and I have no idea what's going on. Chris, do you have any idea what's going on?
I got nothing. I mean, I've been checking my email over and over all morning since, I was up past midnight last night, either reacting to everything that happened or watching everything, seeing if anything would come out, since all they said was Tuesday. Well, it was already Tuesday before they sent the message. So I've been watching Twitter, checking AO all the time, checking US Soccer all the time for anything, and there's nothing. I got nothing.
The thing that we kept wondering last night was whether this was intentional on their part, like they just wanted to announce it really, really late, or they wanted to announce it at their self-imposed deadline for some reason, or whether they screwed something up and they needed all the time they could get. And we found out last night with the tweet that they sent out right at midnight that it seems like they do need more time. So we don't know what is going on with this, but we know that it doesn't look good. And given this, with the way that they handled the announcement of the actual lottery, it's just not a good thing right now. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Yeah, this is your biggest event of the year. Everything else that's gone on this year hasn't been as important as this, and you screwed it up not once but twice, really, at least twice. There were the issues with the pre-sale, and what was that, 2 days that it got pushed back?
Right, over a weekend, yeah.
Yeah, we kept hearing, oh yeah, no, we're gonna get the news today. We're gonna get the news today. It was the same thing, checking Twitter, checking AO, checking US Soccer, looking over and over and over, repeating or refreshing emails over and over, and nothing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't feel good about it either. I'm concerned about, if we've had this many problems with the sale itself, how many problems we're going to have with like reselling tickets. Because how many people, there are a lot of people who bought multiple tickets. I know a number of people who, like 4 people who each went in for 4 tickets in case somebody was going to win, probably then. I assume what's really going to happen is you're going to get groups where like all 4 people got all their tickets, and now you're going to have all these people who are turning around trying to sell these tickets. And I guess I get some of the idea behind the lottery. I don't know that I agree with the execution. I think has failed.
Well, that's the thing. There were rumors about whether there was one lottery or there were going to be multiple lotteries, or how it worked, and it was all so unclear that it felt like they were kind of making it up as they went along, which is a really, really bad sign.
Yeah.
I realize that the popularity of this event is at an all-time high, and that's cool. That's exciting. That's, we've reached the point where there are more of us who are diehards who want tickets to this than are actually going to get it, which is kind of cool and kind of sad at the same time. But when AO was just handling tickets for this event in 2009 and 2013, I think 2005 we went through Sam's Army. I don't even remember, but
yeah,
you're talking about volunteers, just some dudes who like to drink and form a little club that grew up to be a big club. They never messed up a thing. It was always just, you got your tickets. It was always very smooth. It went well. When US Soccer gets involved, and presumably they've got Ticketmaster behind them helping them with this, it's a cluster, and I don't get why.
Yeah, I don't either. But if I don't get tickets, we don't get tickets, I'm gonna be so pissed off. I'll hold a grudge like forever. I will not be pleased. And not like I'd give up supporting the US or something, but like I'm gonna be pissed off forever. I will forever hold a grudge. And realistically, I know that we'll get in. Like we're
gonna get
people. We'll get in. We'll find a way. But I don't know, to put in and to not get kind of my own tickets or whatever. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be so pissed off. Um, I will want to kill someone. I probably shouldn't say that. I mean, like that's an overstatement. But like I'm gonna be livid. I'll be nuts. I'm laughing about it because I
Well,
know how angry I'll get.
it sort of went for me last night from, middle of the afternoon. I was like, oh, it's coming. It's coming. I'm excited. We're going to find out. And then we're coming up with our plan B. If we don't get tickets, who we can go through that can sell them to us, hopefully. And then as the night goes on, we put up a poll, do you actually think this is going to happen? And overwhelmingly, I think it was like 90% of people said no. And turned out to be right. And as it kind of went on, it went from, oh, this is kind of funny, we're joking, we're putting, GIFs on Twitter and laughing about it too. Everybody kind of got pissed then, like, okay, what's the deal? Why is this?
Yeah, yeah.
And it got to the point for me where I was bleary-eyed. I kept checking my own email. You ordered our tickets. I'm not getting an email to this, but I kept checking my own email for some reason, like I'm an idiot, like I'm going to get notice of it. I'm refreshing the different hashtags on Twitter constantly, and nothing. And it's just like they took something that should be exciting, for those of us who got tickets at least, and at least maybe mildly disappointing for those of us who didn't, but can get them through other ways. And they kind of ruined it. They just and I still wonder why.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I totally agree. And what upsets me, I guess, and this has kind of been my concern all along, is that this doesn't feel like they're doing it to serve the fans, to serve the people who are buying these tickets. It feels more like it's just a grab, a control effort. It's a grab to at as much control as US Soccer can get. That they want. I assume it's that we don't want Ticketmaster or StubHub or whomever to sell these tickets somewhere and get double the money on it. If there's going to be double money made, this should be ours. And it just feels like a disservice to all of us who've gone for years, who attend lots of games, who buy all their stuff. I mean, come on, I have no clue how much stuff how many jerseys, how many scarves, hats, socks, pants. Got 2 pairs of shoes for US stuff. Like, I mean, I've got thousands of dollars invested in just shit I wear to games, and here we are, like, I don't know, kind of getting short shrift or being treated like second-class citizens or something, it feels like. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everything will work out fine. They're just getting some kinks out because they've never done this before, and US Soccer wanted to handle too much of it themselves, and they have small staffs and whatever. Maybe, but it doesn't feel that way. I mean, it feels like they were trying to grab as much power as possible, and that they don't know how to do it right. They certainly could have, even with the power grab, if that is what it is, even with that, they could have at least alleviated some of the fears had they expressed more, had they just talked about it more. I think clearly part of the problem is that I think it's pretty clear that the communications team, the PR team, the social media group, whatever, operates completely separately from everyone else at US Soccer. I'm assuming, when they're sending out these tweets like, hey, it's Omar Gonzalez's birthday. Not to say I don't wish Omar a happy birthday, but sorry, dude, we got 56,000 potential ticket holders who want to know something else.
Every one of those emails was it was not serving what the purpose they thought it was serving. It was pissing us off.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you can go to US Soccer Store and get 10% off today. I don't give a shit today. Like, I don't need to see that. I'll worry about 10% that I didn't get tomorrow. Like, just give me the tickets.
And another thing,
I'll spend 10%.
We've talked about this, but I was interested. They've got their membership scheme, because I think that they're trying to push AO out or something. They wanted their own membership scheme, and I had some questions about it, so I emailed them a month ago, just some basic questions about how it worked, and I didn't hear anything. And this is a relatively new membership scheme. They launched it earlier this year, right around the same time as the new logo launch, and I just wanted to know about it and wanted to know if I should spend $55 on it, and I didn't hear back from them. So that's another bad sign about how things are being run there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was a member when it first happened, whatever it was, 7, 8 years ago, something like that. Whenever they first did all that, and I did it for a year. But other than you got, I don't know, like some kind of annual review book. It was like a picture book kind of the team, and you got a scarf. I didn't feel like I got much out of it, so I just let my membership expire. Um, you know, it's one of those things that, uh, in the end, yeah, AO membership costs less, and I get the tickets to be where I want. I mean, I could see where, yeah, U.S. Soccer wants to create its own fan base, its
Right.
own membership group, its own dues paying members. I get it, and in 20 years or something, maybe when we don't need official supporters groups or unofficial official supporters groups, um, to fill a stadium or to get a crowd going, that's probably fine. I get it at that point, but for now, I don't think they have the base to try and like switch over to try and rob AO. And I think they're trying to put them kind of side by side and say, our membership is equal to, or is similar to AO's. And I just don't think they are right now.
I'm surprised they didn't say our membership guarantees you tickets. I was surprised that they've got their own membership and that can't guarantee you tickets. I just found that bizarre.
Yeah, well, although who knows, maybe that's just giving
Maybe it
everyone
did, yeah.
something.
So
He's sort of like how Publishers Clearinghouse tells you might be a winner. Well, yeah, everybody might be a winner. They're kind of saying you might not. A way to cover up that we're going to screw everybody else. So who knows? But
so
we'll
the numbers they released yesterday, the stadium holds 23,500. They said they got roughly 56,000 ticket requests from 49 states in the District of Columbia. I'm wondering who that other state was. But that puts it at roughly 42% chance of getting a ticket. And then you figure there was a pre-sale that should boost your chances. And for those of us who said, we'll take AO tickets, we'll take upper deck tickets, we'll take sideline tickets, whatever you got, chances should be even more improved. But I don't know. I don't know. And I wonder, what's going to happen. I wonder if we're still going to see somehow Mexican fans getting into this game. I think they should have their own section somewhere in the stadium, like they give us at Azteca. But
I think they get 300 tickets. I think that's a FIFA requirement or a CONCACAF requirement.
Okay.
I think and so yeah, we get officially like 300 at Azteca. They get 300 here. I'm pretty sure that's the number if I remember right. But assume, since we kind of had like a pre-sale that we were a part of, that our numbers should be higher, high as say 60%. But I mean that's still not a great guarantee of getting tickets. So I feel more confident about it today. I mean, yesterday I was really sweating it and feeling like I'm gonna get screwed. I'm gonna get the email that says you didn't get them.
Yeah, you were pretty bad. Now, granted, you have horrible luck in your life, so I could see why you were thinking that, but
there is that.
Like I was having to talk you down a few times, I think.
But today I did feel like, happen. We're gonna get them. I've been kind of watching Twitter here to see if anything comes through, and so far I've seen nothing. Just seems that it seems like we're all just still waiting, and I should, but I mean, it seems like to somebody just tweeted to AO and said, should we expect another 11:59 p.m. deadline, or just not have any expectations at all? And AO says, 8.
there's a game tonight.
It's,
That's what we should be talking about, is that there's a game tonight, but I haven't given it much thought because of this.
I know we should be focused on an actually watching the team play, and here we are instead focused on watching the team play in a month. And granted, we're playing New Zealand today. I mean, I'm sure if we were playing Argentina tonight, we'd be far more focused on the game. God, like U.S. soccer's kind of done everything they can to miscommunicate this process or to screw up this process.
Yeah, I mean, I guess going forward, you hope they learn from whatever mistakes they made and do a better job. I wonder if, I hate to say it, but I wonder if we lose this match, if this match is no longer in Columbus, if they move it to take that opportunity to move it to Seattle or somewhere where it'd be a bigger venue and you'd still have a primarily U.S. crowd. But I don't know. We'll see. I can kind of see both sides of that. I always liked Columbus as our kind of every 4 years homecoming, but at the same time, I kind of want supply to meet demand too. So
yeah. It definitely, I mean, there is going to come a point where we probably have to move outside of it, and maybe it is moving over to and playing games there. I mean, I think for the time being, yeah, we can get a good crowd at times for a good game, and this is a good game. 1,000 people, or whatever it is that Ohio State Stadium holds. I mean, I doubt it comes the whole reason we went to Columbus in the first place, to get to keep as many Mexicans out as possible, to make it a home crowd. So it's become a tradition, and I think it's too special now to everyone to not play it in Columbus. I think we're looking at probably a near future in which something to figure out how to handle demand, that either you get rewarded for having gone a number of times if you can prove that, you get rewarded for having not been there before, kind of. I think more like I think with a NCAA tournament, when you enter the lottery, I think there's actually, if you haven't gotten them in the last 5 years or something, I think you have a better chance than if you got them like at the last Final Four or whatever, as a way to try and like rotate the crowd and make sure that multiple people may get in, or that everyone has a chance. It's going to turn into something like that if they're going to keep holding it at stadium but map free. But who knows? I mean,
they could expand that stadium, but then you'd have a big open stadium for crew games that isn't full. So so that every 4 years you've got a bigger stadium for USA Mexico, which, I don't care about the crew. I'd be fine with that, but I would get why they wouldn't do that. So, well, I think we're going to do this again after the match tonight. And hopefully by then, not only will we have won and no one will have gotten hurt or kicked in the head, but hopefully we'll know something more about the tickets. So
yeah, that would be nice.
Thanks for
to see the guys actually play on a field that doesn't look like the backyard in a trailer park.
The ball just bouncing along like this.
I told some people about that. I was like, so how'd it go? And I said, most of the game was crap, but the field was so terrible. I think it was like Julian make a pass, and I said it hit a rut or something in the field, then hit another one and bounced right over somebody's leg and went out of bounds. I was like, this is a kid. Maybe not all the time, but at least sometimes. Certainly by high school, I played up. That was, I know it's a poor country, but that was a poor representation of your nation.
That game, I first of all, I think I said this before, the field was so bad that I would imagine it was in worse condition than the field in Hawaii that the women's national team said we're not playing on. But I don't think the men had, Jill Biden was there. This was played for more political reasons than it was for soccer reasons. So
Yeah.
they just went through with it and hoped for the best. And up until Steve Birnbaum got kicked in the head, everything was okay. But apparently he's okay now, so great.
Yeah, I saw he was still practicing, so he should be playing tonight, and we'll see.
All right, so we're going to do this after the match tonight. Hopefully we know more about tickets, and hopefully we have a win and no injuries, and we'll be all set 1 month from now to go to Columbus, Ohio, and watch the boys win, hopefully 2-0. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.